Alright, hello everyone. So, ang lecture natin ngayon tungkol dito sa character strengths na madalas pinag-uusapan to under ng positive psychology. Now, I already made a lecture on this siguro 2 years ago, pero for some reason, sinipag ako eh. Parang gusto kong gumawa ng bago. May mga bagong examples, may mga bagong concepts. So, ginawa ko tong 2025 version of my lecture on the positive psychology of character strengths. At alam nyo naman yan, no? Especially my students there, positive psychology is the scientific study of well-being, also known as happiness. So, lagi ko itong tinatanong in my classes, under ng POSISI, shout out sa inyo, why do we discuss character strengths in positive psychology? Because this is one of the ways on how to increase your well-being. Paano ba maging masaya? Turuan mo ko paano maging maligaya. Ano sagot? Palakasin mo yung mga character strengths mo. Ang dami nating mga papers dyan, evidences to show that the moment you increase any of these character strengths, tumataas yung overall well-being, mas nagiging masaya ka sa buhay. So ito yung mga iba't ibang mga character strengths, no? Courage, justice, temperance, humanity, transcendence, wisdom. I-enhance mo any of that. Ideally, enhance mo lahat, tataas yung overall well-being mo. So bakit ang isang tao magiging masaya, laging nakasmile, ganadong-ganado sa buhay kasi marami siyang mga character strengths dito na mataas. And vice versa, bakit ang isang tao magiging malungkot, suicidal, ang daming diagnosis sa DSM-5? Most likely, in the perspective of positive psych, mabababa, mahihina yung mga character strengths nung taong yon. Does that make sense? So that's the reason why we talk about this in positive psychology. According to the APA Online Dictionary, ito raw yung definition ng character strengths. Focus kayo sa mga pinalaki kong words. Positive traits, Tagalog ng traits, tinignan ko sa dictionary, katangian. And as we know, ang katangian, pag sinabi mong katangian, this is something innate to something or innate, natural to a person. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan. That are morally valued, and this katangian, these traits, okay ba yung konyo ko? The katangian are, ang pinaka-purpose niyan, pampataas ng fulfillment pala yan towards the self and other people. That's why character strengths are very positive things in our life. So ulitin ko, no? Kaya natin to pinag-uusapan in positive psychology kasi nga kung ano, kahit ano pang traits, kahit ano pang katangian yung pataasin mo diyan, it leads to higher levels of well-being, no? Let me give you some examples. Pag pinapataas mo yung mga yan, increase natin according to studies. Basa na lang kayo ng mga scoping review, basa kayo ng mga meta-analysis, ito yung sinasabi. You increase any of this, tumataas yung overall mental health, well-being, and goodness in the society. For example, the following. Bakit merong nagsusole ng naiwang pera sa airport? Honest siya, hindi niya binulsa, hindi niya tinago, tapos hindi niya kinuha, tapos tinago niya sa ilalim ng kama niya. Bakit merong mga athletes, kahit na mukhang imposible, na nanalo ng gold medal sa Olympics? Bakit merong mga tao may pakialam sa survival ng mga animals, especially during the pandemic? Ito yung ginawa nung girl dito. Nagpakain siya ng mga aso during the pandemic kasi lahat tayo naka-lockdown, wala nagpapakain sa kanila, so she took the responsibility. Ano yung psychological force behind these positive behaviors? Ang sagot, character strengths. Good things happen to the self, to the spirit, to the society kapag tumataas yung character strengths. And vice versa, kapag ang character strengths lumalagpak, hindi na-enhance, humihina, nalilimutan, ano nangyayari? Nagkakaroon ng disorder, sadness, and evils in the society. In the biblical language, naalala ko yung sinabi ni St. James, for where there is envy and selfish ambition, yung envy, selfish ambition are indicators of low character strength. Kapag ang tao daw bumaba ang character strength, tumataas ang envy, tumataas ang selfish ambition, ano nangyayari? Nagkakaroon ng disharmony and every type of wickedness. In fact, in other Bible translations, mas maganda yung ginamit na word sa disharmony, disorder. And that disorder is not only true in the societal level. Kapag ang character strength mo mahina, nagkakaroon din ng disorder in the psychological, personal level. Kaya kapag ang character strengths na yan mababa in a society, yan yung reason bakit nangyayari yung mga masasamang bagay like the following. Bakit may mga magnanakaw sa government? Mahina kasi yung character strength. Bakit merong nangre-rape ng mga 5 years old? Oh my goodness. Super baba ng character strength. Oh, yung mga nagdadrive dyan, bakit nagkakaroon ng road rage, nagkakabarilan, nagkakamurahan sa daan? Kasi nga, mabababa yung character strength ng mga involved. 'Di ba? Lalo na yung aggressor, 'di ba? Oh, ito, ano to fresh na balita pa yung nangyaring road rage sa Antipolo. Most likely, bakit nangyari yan? Anong psychological explanation yan? Mabababa ang character strengths ng mga taong involved dito. Kasi kung nagdadrive ka, tapos okay naman yung character strengths mo, pinairal mo yan, kahit siningitan ka, kahit may nagmura sa'yo, pero pinairal mo yung character strength mo, most likely, hindi mangyayari yung mga ganyang events. Basta ang bottom line lang na sinasabi ko dito, you increase character strengths, and there are ways to do that. Later, pag-uusapan natin yan, gumaganda yung psychological outcomes. Kapag humihina, bumababa, hindi na-enhance yung character strengths, bad things happen to the society. So, yan yung nag-i-spell ng difference, no? Bakit may mga magagandang nangyayari sa society, may mga pangit na nangyayari sa society, even in the psychological level, bakit may good, bakit may bad psychological events, it's all about character strengths. Either pinataas, in-apply yung character strengths, or kinalimutan, humina yung character strengths. So this is a good question to ask yourself, ano ang dominant character strength mo? Kamusta naman yung mga character strengths mo? The message here is, if you want to have a happier life, mas maging maayos yung buhay mo in the psychological level, umayos yung emotional life mo, umayos yung social life mo, what do? You improve on any of these character strengths. Now, pag-usapan lang natin yung reverse nito, no? Yung character strengths. Character strengths are the counterpart of the disease model of psychology. Now, this should sound familiar, especially for my students in POSI. Lesson 1, Lesson 2 yan Bakit nagkaroon ng positive psychology? Ano yung jumping board niya? Yung negative psychology, also known as the disease model of the mind. Yung unang existence ng psychology, yan yung purpose ng field. What's wrong with you? Anong problema mo? Bakit nasisira ang psyche ng tao? So doon nagsimula yung psychology, doon dumami yung research, kaya naisulat yung DSM. Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. This book explains the different factors. It describes different disorders that a psyche can have. What's wrong with you? Anong sira sa'yo? But fast forward, nung nasaturate na yung field, masyado ng marami mga researchers dito, nagkaroon na ng positive psychology movement. So gumawa sila ng counterpart panglaban sa DSM-5. Although it's important to study DSM, hindi ko sinasabi huwag natin pag-aralan to, mahalaga to. If you understand illness, then you understand wellness. 'Di ba? Ang masama lang, focus ka na sa illness. So anong ginawa nung positive psychology movement? Specifically, Martin Seligman, gumawa siya ng counterpart ng DSM-5, The Character Strengths and Virtues. Ito naman, makapal na libro rin to, parang DSM-5. Pero ang laman nito, positive things about the psyche. Ano yung iba't ibang mga character strengths, anong description nila, ano yung mga expressions niyan, and most importantly, paano pinapalakas yung mga character strengths. So kung halimbawa, curious ka, no? Gusto kong palakasin yung justice ko. Gusto kong pataasin yung transcendence ko. Gusto kong pataasin yung wisdom ko. What should I do? This book answers that question. Basahin nyo itong librong to. And if I'm not mistaken, nag-Google Scholar naman to for free. Hanapin nyo na lang. May mga copies nitong Character Strengths and Virtues. If you're a psych major, highly recommended. Dapat nabasa mo yan. Now, let's move on to this topic. 3 important points about character strengths para mas ma-deepen yung understanding nyo on the nature of character strengths. Number 1, character strengths lead to happiness. Sinabi ko na kanina to. Pero ulitin ko na lang because it's important. According to one excerpt from an article about character strengths, all strengths of character contribute to what? Altogether with fulfillment. Pangpasaya ng buhay yan. I-apply mo ng i-apply, i-enhance mo ng i-enhance yung mga character strengths mo. Anong nangyayari? It is linked to well-being and flourishing, especially of young people. Kaya yung mga kabataan ngayon na poor ang mental health, marami mga mental health issues. Isa sa mga interventions dyan is character strengths intervention. Para bumaba yung mga mental health issues, palakasin ang character strengths sa mga kabataan. Which is so unfortunate today because social media today, the society today, hindi naman priority yung character strength formation eh. Ang priority ngayon is entertainment. Yan. Young people are so addicted to entertainment rather than strengthening character strength. And because of that, nararanasan natin yung mga consequences niyan. Maraming young people ngayon, mabababa ang character strengths, therefore, anong mga outcomes? Hindi sila fulfilled, marami. Marami mga young people ngayon, mabababa ang well-being, maraming depressed. Maliwanag. So, how character strengths lead to happiness? Kasi, sabi natin dito, no, okay, fine. Character strengths lead to happiness, but how? Bilang isang psych major, dapat alam mo kung ano yung nagbe-bridge between character strengths and well-being, also known as mediators. Yon, ano yung pumapagitna? Ano yung nag-e-explain? Bakit character strengths predict happiness? Number 1, according to studies, kasi raw kapag ina-apply mo yung character strength sa buhay mo, nagkakaroon ka ng positive outcomes. May mga magandang nangyayari sa buhay mo which leads you to happiness. This is the framework na pine-present sa mga researches. You apply a certain character strengths, may magandang mangyayari sa'yo, kaya ka nagiging masaya. Okay, such as the following. In-apply mo yung courage. Dahil in-apply mo yung courage, kahit takot ka, tinuloy mo pa rin. Kasi naniniwala ka na kaya mo, sinagot ka nung nililigawan mo. 'Di ba? You took the chance. Sabi nga ni Michael Jordan, no, you missed the shots. 100% of the shots that you don't take. So you just took the shot. Hindi na baling magmintis basta may pag-asang pumasok. Yun, pumasok. Nagkaroon ng chance. Nag-take chance kasi nagot ka ng nililigawan mo, yung crush mo dati, girlfriend mo na ngayon. 'Di ba? Leads to happiness. Nag-courage ka, in-apply mo yung courage mo sa isang business. Life savings mo, yung pinuhunan mo. Nag-risk ka. Pag nalugi yun, wala ka ng life savings. Hindi nalugi. Nag-boom. Mas yumaman ka pa sa SM. Mas yumaman ka pa sa Shangri-La. Ano nangyari? Nakakontribute yun sa happiness mo. These two things will not happen kung hindi mo in-apply yung character strength such as courage. Isa pang character strengths, yung temperance. Your ability to manage yourself. Kinokontrol mo yung mga emotions mo. Hindi lahat ng gusto mong gawin, ginagawa mo. You are controlling your temper. Kapag in-apply mo yan, ano nangyari? Nakagraduate ka ng maayos sa college. Hindi ka naging parent ng wala sa oras. Hindi ko sinasabing masama ang maging parent, ha. It's wonderful to be a parent, pero dapat na sa oras. Dapat planado. Ang daming temptation sa college. Try mo to, try mo yan. Holding hands lang. Punta tayo sa somewhere. Usap lang tayo dalawa doon. Buti na lang sa mga temptations in college, lahat na say no mo. Hindi mag-aaral pa ako. Hindi hindi yan yung sinasabi ng word ni God. Yun. In-apply mo in-apply yung temperance mo. Ano nangyari? Nakafocus ka sa pag-aaral, hindi ka lang graduate. Nung graduate ka, ang dami mo pang medal dala. Because you practice temperance. Same thing with good health. Anong connection nun? Studies show na ang mga tao na bihira mapunta sa ospital, hindi nako-confine sa ospital, kasi hindi naman kailangan, are happy people. Masaya sila na hindi sila lagi nako-confine sa ospital. Ang tanong bakit? Kasi nung kabataan nila, nag-apply sila ng temperance sa mga kinakain nila. Nag-control sila sa mga healthy food. Hindi sila kumakain ng mga unhealthy food. Tinitiis nila na laging magsisig, 'di ba? Hindi sila masyado nagsasamgyup, hindi sila masyado nagsusweet drinks, kinokontrol nila yung mga sugar levels nila. Temperance yung mga yan eh. So ano nangyari? Dahil maingat sila sa kinakain nila, they applied temperance into their diets. Nung tumanda sila, healthy sila. Okay ang blood pressure. Hindi sila diabetic. healthy yung liver, healthy yung kidneys nila, hindi sila masyadong napupunta sa ospital, kaya nagiging masaya sila. Nagigets nyo? So yun yung application, yun yung ibig sabihin ng framework. The more you apply these character strengths in your life, good things happen into your life. Biblical example, David. If there's one character strength si David, mataas, I would say courage. Nagsimula yan nung hinamon niya si nung kinalaban niya, si Goliath. Remember that story? Si Goliath, naghahamon siya ng away. Kung sino raw tatalo sa kanya among the Israelites. Walang nagvo-volunteer until David heard the challenge of Goliath. So he volunteered himself to King Saul na siya ang tatapat kay Goliath. O, di ba? Nag-apply siya ng courage kahit na marami mga tao takot kay Goliath because Goliath was a Nephilim. Hindi siya purely human, alam niyo yan. O kung hindi niyo alam, i-research niyo na lang. So makakadagdag talaga sa takot mo yan kasi yung kalaban mo hindi siya purely human. Mas malakas sa'yo yan. Si David, purely human. Yet, in spite all this, nilabanan niya pa rin si Goliath, ang tawag doon courage. To make the long story short, natalo niya si Goliath, ginamit niya yung slingshot niya, sapul si Goliath dito sa ulo, tumba. Tapos pinutol yung ulo ni Goliath, ni David. Ano nangyari? Nirespeto siya ng mga tao. Tumaas ang tingin kay David. Dati-rate shepherd lang si David, ngayon, David is considered as a hero. Later on, yung courage na yan, na-promote din si David. Dati-rate, lang siya, shepherd lang siya. Inuutos-utusan lang siya ng parents niya, ng mga kuya niya. Nag-apply ng courage si David. Natalo niya si Goliath, na-promote si David. Naging chief musician siya ng palasyo ni King Saul. And later on, ginawa rin siyang military commander ni King Saul. O, diba? Kaya for sure, during this time, tumaas din yung sweldo ni David Nung shepherd pa lang siya, siguro, allowance lang. Dito, tumaas na yung sweldo niya galing kay King Saul. Diba? Kaya nakakontribute din yan sa well-being ni David. Pero ba't nangyari yung mga yan? Kasi nga nag-apply siya ng character strength of courage. O, later on, si David nag-viral din. Naging popular din. Ito na yung pinagmulan ng selos ni King Saul. May isang songwriter, Ito yung ginawa niyang kanta. Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. Super sikat si David. At dahil dyan, nagselo si King Saul. So, ibang lecture natin pag-uusapan nyo, Pero again, this is another good thing in David's life. And later on, fast forward, yung pinaka-peak niyan, naging hari si David. Can you imagine the jump? Dati kang shepherd boy, inuutos-utusan ka lang ng kuya mo, inuutos-utusan ka lang ng mga parents mo, ngayon, hari ka na ng Israel. Paano nangyari lahat ng bagay na yon? In-apply niya kasi yung courage in his life, which is considered as a character strength. That's why for those of you na sa tingin nyo, walang magandang nangyayari sa buhay nyo, at gusto nyo may maganda namang mangyari sa buhay nyo, what do you do? Sabi ng positive psychology, you apply any or ideally all of the character strengths. Number 2, another way why character strength leads to happiness kasi nagkakaroon ng buffer, or in some translations or in some pronunciations, buffer daw yan Ewan ko, basta you get the idea. Buffer or shield na lang from negative emotions. Sabi ng mga researchers, ang character strengths daw parang bulletproof. Siguro naman alam niyo yung bulletproof, panangga sa bala. So kapag ina-apply mo yung character strengths mo, before the problems, before the negative emotions, parang nakasuot ka ng psychological bulletproof. So imagine niyo, bulletproof yung character strengths. Tapos may mga problema kayong haharapin sa life. Yan yung mga problema. Bumagsak ka sa subject mo, nag-break kayo ng boyfriend mo, sinigawan ka ng nanay mo, natalo yung team mo sa ligang labas sa basketball. Mga negative feelings yan, mga negative events yan. Kaya lang, punong-puno ka ng character strengths. So, yung mga, yung mga tawag dito, negative events na yan, nung tinamaan ka, hindi ganun kasakit. Hindi ganun katindi yung impact. Now, don't get me wrong, may impact pa rin. Parang sa bulletproof, sabi ng mga kaibigan kong mga pulis, kapag tinamaan ka rin ng bala na may bulletproof ka, hindi naman totally walang nangyayari. Tatalsi ka pa rin. Meron ka pa rin black and blue. Pero hindi ka namatay, hindi ka critical. 'Di ba? Ganon din sa psychological character strengths. Hindi ibig sabihin na may character strength ka, tapos tinamaan ka, wala mangyayari sa'yo. Hindi ganun. Diba? So, i-demo natin ito yung mga negative life events that can cause negative emotions. Pero may character strengths ka. Ano nangyari? Boom! Boom! Did you see that? Isa pa, ready. Ito yung buffer effect na sinasabi sa research. Ito yung character strength as a shield. May mga problema ka sa buhay. Boom! Boom! Ayos ba? Isa pang boom! Boom! Ready. Boom! Boom! Nag-bounce off lang yung mga problema sa'yo. Pero naapektuhan ka pa rin, pero kayang-kaya mo. Hindi ganun katindi ang impact. Isa pa, last one. Isa pang boom! Boom! Mga problema sa buhay, may character strengths ka, boom, boom. Kaya mo pa rin. Hindi ganun katindi ang impact sa'yo ng pagkatalo mo sa basketball. Hindi ganun katindi ang impact sa'yo na nasunugan ka. Hindi ko minamaliit Ang sinasabi ko lang dito, yung impact of those negative events, more or less, na lessen because of your character strengths. Biblical example niyan si Joseph. Asawa ni, huwag niyo sabihing Mama Mary, sa New Testament yon. Okay, asawa ni, dito, Old Testament Joseph to. Yan, Mrs. Joseph. Yan, corny na yung mga nagmi-Mrs. Joseph dyan O, i-research nyo lang sa Old Testament anong pangalan ng asawa ni Joseph the Dreamer. O, si Joseph the Dreamer, siya yung nasa Old Testament Joseph in the book of Genesis na ang daming negative events sa buhay niya. Unang-una dyan, nagsiselos sa kanya yung mga brothers niya kasi siya yung favorite. Binenta si Joseph sa mga Egyptians as a slave. And during those times, in the Old Testament, that's one of the worst things that can happen to you. Maging slave ka ng mga Egyptians kasi malulupit talaga sila. Okay, so anyway, to make the long story short, patong-patong na negative events yung nangyari sa buhay ni Joseph, kaya lang, buti na lang, si Joseph punong-puno ng character strengths. Pero among these character strengths, if you're gonna read the account of Joseph, pinakamataas siya sa transcendence He is close to God. He knows God. He is loyal to God. So, mataas yung level of transcendence niya. Fast forward, after all those bad things that happened to him, binenta siya as a slave, kinalimutan siya nung friend niya, nung nasa prison siya, nabiktima siya ng fake news, nirape daw niya yung asawa nung amo niya, hindi naman totoo. Patong-patong talaga. But at the end of the day, fast forward, nung naging second in command na si Joseph sa Egypt, at nakita niya ulit yung mga brothers niya na gumawa sa kanya ng masama. Sobrang naapektuhan ba si Joseph? Na-depress ba siya? Na-anxiety ba siya? Nung nakita niya kasi na-trigger yung negative emotions niya? No. In fact, the way he treated his brothers, nung nagkita-kita ulit sila, very mentally stable siya. Hindi siya nagwala, hindi niya pinapatay yung mga brothers niya, as in, na-control niya ng maayos yung sarili niya. Basahin niyo na lang anong sinabi niya. Nung nagkita-kita sila, nung mga brothers niya, takot na takot yung mga brothers niya. Lagot tayo kay Joseph. Ginawa natin to ng masama. For sure, ipapapatay tayo nito. Sabi niya, no. You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. Don't get me wrong. Si Joseph ba na-feel bad? Binenta siya, of course. Tao yan. Si Joseph ba na-feel bad nung pinagbintangan siyang nang rape siya sa asawa ng amo niya? Of course. Natakot din yan nung nandun siya sa kulungan. Baka hindi na siya makalabas. Baka ma-death penalty siya. Pero, dahil may character strength siya ng transcendence, which is, this is what it means, describe both private and intimate relationship between humans and divine, close siya kay Lord, kinaya niya yung mga negative events na yan. Nakakontribute ng malaki yan sa ganitong psychological stability. One good example. Another example other than Joseph. Ito mas gusto ko to Mas maganda yung example ni Job. Si Job talaga, sobrang taas ng transcendence niyan. Close na close kay Lord yan. Yan yung character strength na pinakamalakas niya. Until one day, he received bad news. Actually, maraming news, hindi lang isa. So, news SSS. Siyempre, joke lang yun. Hindi naman yun ang plural ng news, no? Oo, pero you get the point. Ang dami niyang bad news na natanggap. Nawala yung ari-arian niya, and worse, yung mga mahal niya sa buhay, na deads lahat. Basahin niyo na lang sa Job, bakit nangyari yon? Something supernatural is happening there. Kayo na lang bahala magbasa. Pero focus tayo dito. In spite all those bad news SSS, Wala ka ng mga ari-arian, yung mga kamag-anak mo, yung mga mahal mo sa buhay, yung mga anak mo, lahat deads in one moment. Talagang DSM-5 is waving. But because Job, mataas ang character strength na transcendence, what did he do? He remained mentally stable. First of all, what did he do? He worshiped. Naked I came from my mother's womb and naked shall I return. Diyan ang galing yung popular saying na yan. Yan yung response ni Job. In spite all those bad news, tinignan niya pa rin yung negative events niya in the positive light. The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. See? Anong nagpaganyan kay Job? Bakit niya nakayanang sabihin yan? Kasi bago nangyari yung mga negative events na yon, okay, mataas, malakas yung character strength niya. Does that make sense? Now, combining all these examples I have given you, i-translate mo yan in our everyday life. Now, it makes sense. Kayo ba naisip nyo to? Iisa lang naman yung negative event na nangyari. Pero bakit magkaiba yung effect niyan sa dalawang tao? Take for example, poverty. This is a very negative life event. Ayaw natin maranasan yan. At ito, nakaka-contribute to sa poor mental health. We have studies on that. Ang poverty can lead to depression. Ang poverty can lead to suicidal thoughts. Ibang lecture yan. Pero ang point ko dito, how come such a negative event, iba ang epekto sa iba't ibang mga tao? May mga tao naghirap pero nag-grow, yumaman in the future. Mas nag-grow pa sila. May mga tao naman, because of the poverty, ang outcome nila, nagkaroon sila ng deficiency, na-depress, na-anxious, na-institutionalize. May mga suicidal thoughts, may mga suicidal behaviors. Paano yun? Iisang negative event lang naman yan, pero ibang epekto sa dalawang tao. Anong sagot? Differences in their character strengths. Most likely, kaya ito nag-grow, kasi bago dumating yung poverty, may character strength siya. Matataas yung character strengths niya. Itong taong to, siguro hindi na enhance yung character strengths, so when poverty strikes, hindi kinaya nung psyche niya, led to a number of diagnoses. Nagigets nyo, ganun kahalaga na talagang i-enhance natin yung mga character strengths natin before negative things in life hit us. Number 2, character strengths are both innate and discovered. Itong character strengths na to, hindi ito social. Although it can be enhanced, it can be developed socially, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan, pero yung tendency mo, o yung ability mo, no, not ability, yung fact na meron kang character strength, innate yan. Baby ka pa lang, pinanganak ka pa lang, meron ka ng character strength. Signature to na ikaw, tao, created in the image of God. You are a psyche. Paano mo malalaman that a psyche is a psyche kapag meron siyang character strengths? So, hindi mo to kinakailangan na bilhin sa SM. Hindi mo to kinakailangan hanapin sa Lazada o sa Shopee. Basta tao ka, pinanganak ka, ginawa ka ni Lord in His own image, meron kang character strengths. Yun yung ibig sabihin dito ng innate. Anong ibig sabihin ng discovered? Nung pinanganak ka, meron ka na yan, pero hindi mo alam na meron ka yan. Kasi syempre, bata ka pa. Later on, hindi ka naman psych major, so you did not know about these character strengths. Buti na lang, meron kang friend na psych major na turuan ka. Buti na lang, napanood mo tong lecture na to, nalaman mo. Ngayon gusto mo nang malaman, ano kaya yung dominant character strengths ko? Nasaan yung discovered part? How would you do that? Marami namang websites dyan. Pero ito yung top websites that I would recommend if you want to know kung anong character strength ka mataas. AuthenticHappiness.org or VIAstrengths.org. Punta kayo dito. May test dyan, sasagutan ninyo, susukatin nila kung anong character strength yung dominant ka. And last one, number 3, character strengths are developed or further enhanced. Although again, innate, pinanganak ka ng meron yan. But whether or not, tataas yung mga yan, or it remains low, depende yan kung i-develop mo or i-enhance. Paano ba yung mga ways? Paano ba pinapalakas ang mga character strengths? Number 1, may mga programs naman na ginawa or ginagawa pampataas ang character strengths. But one of the first programs na nagpapataas ang character strengths would be the program na binuo ni nanay at ni tatay. 'Di ba? Lahat naman ng parents may program eh. Meron silang ways of shaping their children. May mga parental practices na ginagawa ng mga parents. Bakit? In the psychological level, para lumakas yung mga character strengths ng bata. So mag-reflect na lang kayo, pause the video if you need to, ano yung mga parental practices na ginagawa ng parents mo na sa tingin mo kaya niya ginagawa yon pang pataas ang character strength. Meron bang mga practices sa bahay, ilagay nyo dyan sa comment section. Anong ginagawa sa bahay? Anong policy ni nanay at ni tatay para tumaas yung temperance mo? Policy sa bahay para tumaas yung justice. Policy sa bahay para tumaas yung transcendence. Syempre dahil ako, transcendence ako, ito yung pinakamataas ko sa bahay namin when I was growing up, non-negotiable talaga, every Sunday we go to church. Tapos may at least isang weekday, we go to a session sa church na may Bible study or prayer meeting. In-emphasize talaga yung kahalagahan ng God's Word and spiritual disciplines such as praying and meditating. So nakakontribute din yan sa character strength formation ko. Basta ang bottom line lang dito, may mga ginagawa si nanay at si tatay sa mga anak nila na pampataas ang character strength. That's one way to develop this. Other than family, syempre, meron din tayong ibang institutions such as schools and churches na may specific programs for character strength formation. Yung mga estudyante ko sa positive psychology, alam nyo yan. Lahat ng konsepto na pinag-aralan natin sa POSISI, kung apply mo yan in your everyday life, pampataas ang character strength yan. Sa eskwelahan, kaya may mga extracurricular activities. Opportunity yan to strengthen the character strengths of people. Sa simbahan, kaya may homily, kaya nagsisermon si pastor, kaya may Bible study, kaya may prayer meeting, pampalakas yan ng mga character strengths. So sana, yung mga young people natin ngayon, maka-undergo ng mga ganyang programs. Pampalakas ang character strength. Hindi yung puro na lang Netflix at TikTok, no? Kaya ang implication din dito in connection to the Bible, which is God's Word, sana naman ganyan ang tingin nyo sa Bible. Ang Bible, hindi ito listahan ng mga do's and don'ts, although it contains that. Pero it-take mo into perspective. Bakit ba si Lord ang daming do's and don'ts sa buhay? Kasi as you follow those do's and don'ts, as you obey God's Word, tumataas yung character strengths mo. That's how you see it in the psychological perspective. The more you follow God's Word, the more you apply God's commands in your life, tumataas yung character strengths mo, which further enhance the quality of your life. Kaya ang Bible hindi killjoy. Lagi kong sinasabi yan sa mga lectures ko. Hindi killjoy ang Bible. In fact, the Bible teaches you how to be happy. Kaya lang mukhang killjoy yung Bible para sa'yo kasi akala iba yung definition mo ng happiness eh. Yung happiness na definition mo, yung hedonic, yung makamundo, yung sisirain ka. But the Bible teaches you the right way, the right brand, the right kind of happiness. Happiness na dapat meron ang mga spiritual beings like us. And how do you do that? The Bible tells you how to do that. It strengthens your character development. Nagigets nyo? Kaya nga yung, to further illustrate that, yan yung fruits of the Spirit. Habang ginagawa mo yung mga character strengths na yan, namumunga ka. Apply ka ng courage, apply ka ng wisdom, apply ka ng humanity, namunga ka. Yan yung fruits of the Spirit. Sinusunod mo kasi yung word ni Lord. Kaya yung buhay mo punong-puno ng basa, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Ewan ko na lang kung hindi pa gumanda yung mental health mo dyan. Gets nyo? Pampaganda ng mental health yung character strengths, and the Bible teaches you how to enhance those character strengths. Number 2, na-enhance ang character strengths through modeling. Ibig sabihin, nakikita mo yan. May nagko-coach sa'yo, may nagme-mentor sa'yo. Paano palakasin yung character strengths? And according to the literature, ang isa sa mga tao na talagang number 1 model natin would be our parents when it comes to character strengths. In one excerpt coming from an article, it says, not surprisingly, the character strength of parents and children tend to converge. Kung ano ang character strength si nanay at tatay, most likely, yun din yung character strength ng anak. Especially between fathers and sons, between mothers and daughters. Uy, Freud, is that you? Mukhang may pagka-Freudian yung statement nito, no? But ibang lecture yan. Pero ang focus ko dito is, Kapag si nanay at si tatay yung character strength, okay, healthy, most likely yung anak nila ganun din. Bakit? Kasi namomodel. Yun yung character strength na nakikita ng bata everyday sa mga parents nila. So yun yung nai-internalize nila, yun yung ina-apply nila sa mga buhay nila. That's why parents with diagnosis, alam nyo to sa DepPsych, tinuturo to. Kapag ang isang parent may diagnosis from DSM-5, which is an indicator of poor character strength, ano nangyayari? Yun yung nai-internalize ng bata. Araw-araw niya nakikita character weakness, hindi character strength. So character weak yung magulang. Napapakita niya sa anak niya, yun yung nai-internalize ng anak niya, maya-maya yung anak niya may mental health issue na rin. Yun yung ibig sabihin when we say parents with diagnosis are risk factors to children's development. Ang dami natin mga researches dyan in child development, in developmental psychology. Kaya in some states, in some countries, yan yung rational, yan yung reason kung bakit kapag ikaw nagkakalat ka as a parent, hindi ka nagpapakita ng character strength. Kung sino-sinong inuuwi mo sa bahay, hindi mo naman asawa, naninigarilyo ka sa bahay, nakikita ka ng anak mo, nagda-drugs ka sa sala, nakikita ka ng anak mo. May mga countries, yung government nila may power to take away the child from the parents para ma-prevent yung modeling of character weakness. Kaya kapag parent ka, dapat yan yung goal mo. I-enhance mo yung character strengths mo habang wala ka pang anak para kapag nagkaanak ka na, master mo na yung mga character strengths mo, yun yung papakita mo sa anak mo araw-araw, yun ngayon yung mai-internalize niya. Nai-gets nyo? Kaya nga in the spiritual level, syempre, dapat ang model natin ng character strength would be our God. Our spiritual father, Jesus, Yahweh. Yun yung sinasabi ni St. Paul sa 1 Corinthians, that we should be imitators of Christ. In the psychological level, it means we imitate the character strengths modeled to us by Jesus. Yan nga isa sa mga reasons bakit si Jesus pumunta sa mundong ibabaw. God Himself live with us. Emmanuel. Why? To set a model. To set as an example that this is how you should live life. Araw-araw sa buhay mo, pairalin mo yung mga character strengths mo para maging okay ang mental health mo. Kaya ako naniniwala, hindi lang ganun ka direkta. Si Jesus, mental health advocate yan. 'Di ba? During those times kasi wala pang term na mental health advocate. Pero yung ginawa niya, yung reason niya bakit siya nagpunta dito, to save people from sin, enhance character strength. Show us, Lord, paano ba pairalin, paano i-apply yung mga character strengths na yan, yun yung mababasa nyo sa Gospels. Jesus showed it how. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Now, from personal level, i-translate natin to sa macro level. Filipino nation. Do Filipinos have good role models of character strength, which is supposed to be being modeled by who? Our leaders, our politicians. Diba? Kaya yung mga nagpaplanong tumakbo dito sa politika, I have nothing against that. Pero tatandaan nyo lang, in the psychological perspective, yan yung isa sa mga responsibilidad ninyo as leaders. Maging model kayo ng character strengths ng mga Pilipino, ng mga constituents ninyo. Diba? Dapat ganyan ideally. Yung mga hindi leaders, which is tayo, the more we see the senators, the more we see the congressmen, the more we see the presidents, the vice presidents, dapat na-enhance yung character strengths natin because they are showing those character strengths. Ang tanong na hindi ko na lang sasagutin, sila ba are good role models of character strengths? Shut up na lang ako. Ayoko na lang sagutin yung question na yan. No? Pero ito po yung isang tanong lalo na malapit na yung election. Meron ba kayong mga candidates na kakilala na isa sa mga platforms niya is character strength formation? Ako so far wala pa ako naririnig. But if I hear a candidate na yan yung platform niya, gagawa siya ng mga batas na pangpataas, pangpa-enhance ng character strength ng mga kabataan, iboboto ko yan. Kasi kahit anong bago mo ng batas, kahit anong leadership yung ilagay mo dyan, kung palya, palpak, mahina ang character strength ng mga tao in the national level, wala rin. Paulit-ulit lang yung corruption, paulit-ulit lang yung crime rates, paulit-ulit lang yung mga problema in our society kasi we are not addressing the root of the problems. Remember yung illustration ko kanina? Bakit may mga evils na nangyayari in the society? May riding in tandem, may corruption sa government, nag-aaway-away yung mga government officials kasi nga mabababa yung character strength. So I have yet to find a candidate na yan talaga yung platform niya. I-improve niya, i-enhance niya yung character strengths ng mga tao. Diba? Lalong-lalo na no, sa society natin ngayon, may mga enablers. Enablers of poor character strength such as, papangalanan ko na, self-love movement. Meron tayong social media. Hindi naman lahat ng social media, pero ang majority, ang norm ng social media, contents dyan, pampababa ng character strengths. Usong-uso yung materialism, usong-uso yung atheism, okay lang walang Diyos. Irespeto na lang natin kung hindi sila naniniwala sa Diyos. Yung mga ganyang ideas, enablers yan. Kung bakit yung mga young people ngayon, mabababa ang character strengths. At ang malungkot dyan, yung poor character strengths, may fruits din yan. Di ba kanina may fruit yung may fruit yung good character strength. The more you apply this, ano nangyayari? You enjoy the fruits of the Spirit. Ganun din pag poor character strengths. Kapag ang tao, palya, hindi na de-develop ang character strengths, meron din yang prutas. Kaya lang yung prutas ito pangit. Yun nandoon sa 2 Timothy 3. Kayo na lang bahala humusga if this slide is accurate. Ang mga Pilipino ngayon, ganito ang mga characteristics. Lovers of money, proud, blasphemers, pili ka lang ng isa dyan, tinan mo, having a form of godliness but denying its power, traitors, reckless, unforgiving, without self-control. Am I making sense? Pili ka lang ng isa dyan, tapos manood ka ng 24 oras, manood ka ng TV Patrol, sure ball. Meron kang maririnig na balita na ito ang expression. Kaya lumalala yung mga societal problems natin. At ano ang cause nito? Mababa ang character strength. Kumbaga ito yung fruit of the poor character strength. Namumunga rin yan ng pangit kapag poor ang character strength mo. 'Di ba? Tumataas yung mga ganyang numbers, kaya maraming may teenage pregnancy, maraming nagkakaroon ng HIV, yan. Ibang lecture ko na lang sasabihin yan, pero I hope you're getting my point. Poor character strengths has consequences. Kaya nga, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, if there's one thing we need, especially in the perspective of an educator, because I am an educator myself, mga kabataan ngayon kailangan ng character strength formation. Maraming mga estudyante ngayon, maraming mga kabataan ngayon, walang pakialam sa character strength, kaya lahat ito mabababa. And we are suffering the consequences. Walang nagmo-model for them. Diba? And last one, number 3, another way to develop character strengths is through, believe it or not, negative life events. Yes. Akala ko ba positive psych ito? Good things, happiness, happiness. Bakit sasabihin mo para sumaya ang buhay via character strengths, dapat maka-experience ka ng negative life events? Yun naman kasi talaga yung totoo. Studies show that most likely character strengths are enhanced kapag ang isang tao may matinding pinagdaraanan. Such as 9/11 attacks. I'm not belittling this May mga tao talaga nasira yung psyche because of this event. Pero meron din kasing area of research na nag-focus sa magaganda. May mga tao na in spite the experience of this terrorism, tumaas pa yung character strengths. Lumakas yung faith, lumakas yung hope, lumakas yung love. Nagkaroon sila ng bagong orientation, bagong interpretation about life. Mas vinalue nila, mas naging mataas yung gratitude nila after experiencing 9/11 attacks. Kapag nagkakasakit ka physically, matindi yung sakit mo, terminal yung illness mo. 'Di ba? May mga tao, lumalakas yung character strength nila, mas naging matapang sila, mas naging kind sila, mas naging masiyahin sila sa buhay, tawa sila ng tawa. They learned how to laugh through their problems because of the illness. Yung may mga abuses in the past, yung mga na-trauma, nagkaroon sila ng gratitude, kindness, and hope. I want you to realize here, based on this slide, that evil and suffering can lead to something good. Why does a good God allow evil in the world? Medyo theology na tayo, apologetics na yan, pero pwede mo i-connect sa psychology yan. it will affect the way you see God, right? So why would a good God allow evil and suffering in the world? Sagot, because God knows that when we undergo these things, it can lead to stronger character strengths, which in the long run, in the long term, will enhance our life. Nagigets nyo? Kaya may mga times, God is allowing these evils and sufferings in the world para din sa formation ng character strength natin. That's how you see it in the theological level. So, ang psychological application nito, kung ano man pinagdaraanan mo ngayon. Financially ba? Health ba? Relationship ba? May mga problems dyan. How do you take this positively? Ito, itanong mo sa sarili mo. Yes, pinagdaraanan ko to, pero anong character strength yung nade-develop, na-enhance habang pinagdaraanan ko to? Diba? Kaya nga sabi ni St. James in connection to this, kapag may pinagdaraanan kayo, ma-excite kayo, matuwa kayo. Bakit? Kasi, kapag nalagpasan nyo yung pinagdaraanan nyo, what is something to look forward to after nyan? Any of this, one of this, or maybe all of this, tataas, which makes you a better human being. To be more specific, ang sabi ni St. James, diba? Consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds. Because you know that the testing of your faith produce perseverance, which is an expression of a character strength. Yung translation nito, later on, fast forward in the field of science, anong tawag nyo doon? Anong concept yon? Yung may masamang nangyari sa iyo as in ng sama, pero yung naging epekto sa iyo noon maganda pa. Ang tawag dyan is post-traumatic growth, na pinag-aaralan ngayon sa clinical psychology. Diba? Kung may post-traumatic stress, DSM-5 is waving, may post-traumatic growth. Mga tao na may matinding pinagdaanan, almost broke them into pieces. Yet, at the end of the day, mas naging mabuting tao pa sila. Mas naging maganda pa yung character strength nila. I highly recommend, basahin niyo yung libro ni Joy Tanchi Mendoza. Very good book to read. Ito yung title, When a Good God Allows Rape. Alamin niyo na lang kung bakit ganyan yung title. I-google niyo na lang. Pero yung mga students ko, alam to. Kasi diniscuss ko to sa classroom, no? Basta, the person is Joy Tan Mendoza. Shinare niya yung testimony niya in this book. And when you read this book, this is a perfect example of post-traumatic growth. O yung mga ayaw magbasa, tinatamad kasi inaantok. Pag nagbabasa, may interview naman siya kay Tony Gonzaga. I highly recommend panoorin niyo yung interview niya. Kung anong nangyaring masama sa kanya, ano yung traumatic experience na yon, and how did that lead to spiritual growth. Post-traumatic growth. Na-strengthen pa yung character strength niya because of that event. Basta ang key points lang sa interview na yon, medyo mag-spoiler na ako, sorry, pero mahalaga kasi to. Ang sinasabi niyo doon sa interview, character strength sustains mental health. Given sa nangyari sa kanya, kung poor ang character strength niya, when that happened, for sure, magiging mentally unstable siya. Baka hindi siya nakarecover from that experience. Pero buti na lang, nung nangyari yon, okay yung character strength niya, na-enhance at such a young age. Kaya nagkaroon ng buffer effect o ng shield effect, yung diniscuss natin kanina. And number 2, sinabi rin niya dun sa interview, hardship or suffering develops character strengths. May mga masasamang bagay sa buhay na pag nangyari sa'yo, may good outcomes pa. Lumakas, gumanda yung character strengths mo. Yan nga yung problema ko sa self-love movement. Diba? Paulit-ulit ko tong ine-emphasize in my lectures. Self-love movement is a race to our mental health. Kasi kung titignan mo dito, anong sabi ni Mrs. Mendoza dito? Character strength sustains mental health, hardship or suffering develops character strengths. Ang self-love movement will stop you from experiencing bad things. Mahalin mo sarili mo, hindi ka dapat ma-stress, hindi mo dapat pinagdaraanan yan. You deserve to be happy. Good vibes lang. Paano na? Mako-compromise yung number 2. Yun nga yung magbibuild ng character strength mo Yung number 2. Yun pa, doon ka pa iniwas ng self-love movement. Kaya pag tanggalin mo yung number 2, ano mangyayari? Kaya may araw dito, mako-compromise yung mental health mo. Kasi hindi ka nakaka-experience ng suffering. Lumambot ka, naging marshmallow ka. o di na-compromise pa yung mental health mo, kaya maraming kabataan ngayon, ang reason kung bakit may mga psychological issues, mababa ang character strength. Again, hindi ko to ino-oversimplify Hindi ko sinasabing ito lang yung cause. Marami yan. Alam niyo yan sa ABPSY. Alam niyo yan sa clinical psych. Kailangan mo ng multiple regression dyan. Kasi maraming predictors ng poor mental health. But you cannot deny that one of the powerful predictors of poor mental health, mababa ang character strength mo. And why is that? Because this movement is stopping people from developing character strengths. Yan pa naman yung gusto ng maraming kabataan ngayon, self-love movement. Good vibes lang. Nagigets ninyo? That explains why we are seeing these numbers among young people today. Alright? So yun lang, yung ating quote-unquote maikling lecture on character strengths. Halos naka-1 oras pala ako, 50 minutes and running. Anyway, marami naman ako magandang sinabi dito, I think. If you have any questions, comments, ilagay nyo lang dyan sa baba. Yung mga dating students dyan, mag-shoutout naman kayo dyan. Pansinin nyo naman ako. Anyway, until the next lecture, Sir Howard here. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.